What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm back again, Elude Stalwart, with another episode of Project Ascension, the Andorhal PvP server, low risk 1 EXP. I'll be playing Elude, my Atk Pwr Tank Hero, and we just finished grinding out of Stranglethorn Vale, cave northeast, farming witch hunters and head shrinkers and different types like that. There's something interesting going on though. We heard last night, we were watching a live stream, and he was saying that there are free resets. Do you see what I'm seeing? These giant book of ascensions just floating in the air. We can reset our skills and get rid of the boo-boo stuff that we don't want. It's so nice. I wonder if that means we get free talent resets too, right? I think that's what it is. Oh, they're giant books of ascension. Like, we don't need our shit out. Okay. So, let's see. Nah, that costs something. What do you, how do you... Oh, okay, I see. There's the Book of Skillful Ascension, and then there's the Master of Reset book. So, they're two separate kinds. And, I think we can actually just reset our shit. Let's see what it is. Okay, first, we're going to take a screenshot because I want to make sure I have all the moves that I have recorded in some way. Yeah, we got our taskbar here, or our action bar, I should say. We finna do the damn thing because we definitely could get rid of some stuff. I kind of want a taunt. I want to keep the taunt, but it has not been useful for me. Maybe I'll just allow myself to have the taunt, like kind of like on the side. I'll remember that I can get it. But I'm gonna go ahead and reset my abilities, cause why not? I mean, we're able to, right? What would I actually get instead though? You've been disconnected from the server. Awkward. What? Why was I just disconnected from the server? That was strange. I wonder if that happens to everybody when they first try. Oh, I guess it was so many moves that reset that it exploded my computer's ability to process. Okay, so now we have moves reset. Does that mean that our talents are reset as well? Let's find out. Our talents were reset as well. I maybe should have recorded how our talents were set up. But no worries. We're going to go ahead and try something here. First, I'm going to go back to that thorny tank thing. And we're going to see if we can swing it and what else we can get. Improved shields. Watch this. This is going to be so good. It's going to be so good. Really kind of stuck on this idea that they do damage when they attack me. Alright, so I picked up Sanctified Retribution, which is going to increase the amount Retribution Aura does. Actually, let me read it off. Increases the damage caused by Retribution Aura by 50% and all damage caused by friendly targets affected by any of your auras increased by 3%. So this is going to be our damaging build, but the damaging is going to focus itself around me getting damaged myself. Alright, so that is Retribution Aura. It's going to do a lot more damage now. We have, what was it, Balanced? Brambles. Damage from your thorns and entangling roots increased by 75% and damage done by your treants by another 15%. In addition, the damage from your treants and attacks done to you while you have Barkskin active have a 15% chance to daze the target. Barkskin would be pretty cool. Let's see what level we can get to. Just looking at this tier, I had some ideas, but I'm going to focus mainly on doing damage things to things that attack me. So I want to do that as much as possible. I'm trying to think right now, like, what else is there that I can do damage back to people with while I have it? Okay, so we got red aura. Wasn't the priest, the shadow priest maybe had something interesting? No, it wasn't this version. In Vanilla WoW, Shadow Priest gets something that he could put on himself when he gets attacked. It was actually a curse of weakness or touch of weakness or something like that. Thought might be interesting, but I remember having to reapply that all the time too. Ooh, chain lightning. I wonder if, what is it called? Maelstrom, I think is what it's called. I doubt we're gonna make it to Maelstrom currently with our current, yeah, level 55. We don't get Maelstrom until then. Feral Spirit. This reminds me of the Dane. He had these wolves out that kind of signified he was level 60. I didn't realize that at the time. Okay, so let me double check and make sure. Brambles, it helps entangling roots and damage done by your treants, damage from thorns and roots. Okay, so that specifically affects thorns. We're gonna grab thorns. Retribution Paladin, Sanctified Retribution affects red aura, so we're gonna get that. And then we also went into Enhancement Shaman and got improved shields, and that's going to affect lightning shields. So we're going to get lightning shield. Now we'll drag those to the bar. Got thorns, lightning shield, and ret aura is already there. Alright, so damage is increased for each of those. Supposedly, it's 3 nature damage. We need to train the higher up ranks of those, and we'll get to that. But our idea here, we're gonna get this spec the way we want it, and then run out and try to AoE some mobs down, see how well that works, and then come back and reset if it's boo boo. What else can we do here? We want a shield spike. We're going to put a shield spike on our shield from blacksmithing, so that's going to further increase the damage that we're doing. But that's also going to make us kind of shield centric, so we might want to be able to block quite a bit. I think I figured out 3 talents in here was enough to get my rage up quite a bit. Also, we want Thunderclap, I think. Because Thunderclap hits pretty hard. It scales off of our attack power though. I don't know if we want to get deep into attack power. We're going to get shield mastery for sure. So we can get shield block, which will activate our blocking ability for the spike to happen. Which also means we need to pick up defensive stance and shield block. I thought it'd be interesting to have a bunch of DPS cooldowns. I don't know if this is the spec that I'm going to be able to manage to do that with. Revenge is very tempting. I really like how hard Revenge hits, but that was also while we were in attack power tank, so maybe we'll hold off on that just for a little bit. I think it was 5 I had that on. Okay, so based off of what we're doing now so far, what else do we need? I really like the idea of defensive cooldowns. What does Retribution get into? The furthest it gets into is giving holy damage buffs and chance to be hit by spells. Divine Purpose is kind of interesting. Do we want to get deep into the Holy Paladin or Tanky Paladin? Damage with one-handed melee weapons could be good, and then Reckoning would be good too, because hitting them after they hit us is kind of interesting. I like that idea. Blessing of Sanctuary will reduce the damage we take and increase our stuff, but then also give us mana as we're dodge blocking and parrying. And in order to... Actually, we don't have any real dependence on mana right now. But the 3% reduced damage and increased strength and stamina is a very useful idea. Maybe we'll come back to that. Blessing of Sanctuary is pretty useful, especially since we're not picking a water shield. I think I should get it. Let me get that, because we're going to need a mana return in case we start healing ourselves. Increasing total stamina. Maybe we stam stack with this build and anything that complements that. I haven't decided yet. We got 16 talents left. So that means fully speccing out 3 5-tier talents. So where would we do that? There's strength here. That's tempting. There's also healing done by your holy spells and healing effects on you. Do we want to be dodgy? No, we actually want to get hit so we can proc our stuff. I don't know if when you dodge, if lightning shield still goes off though. We're not into holy shield range yet. Maybe holy pally has something interesting. Increase crit strike chance or crit strike damage or your holy paladin spells. Reduce the mana cost of cleanse, purify, cooldown of exorcism and wrath. I want to get defensive cooldowns, I think. I need something that actually hits though. I don't have anything that hits right now. And whatever I do get that hits, I want it to hit hard. Maybe we could go into Pally Cleave with Seal of Command here. Eye for an eye. All crits against you have 5% of the damage taken to the caster of will not exceed your health. I think this one would be good. That's kind of just like the same idea. I'm going to go with 2 of those. So 10% of the damage that we take is going to be given back to the caster. So that still follows our Thorn idea. That's actually a good pickup. I want to get judgments. I want to judge often and heal myself. I think that'll be our good spammable. Let's do that. Let's get improved judgments. It's so hard for me to stay away from paladin stuff because I've always been a pally. I think I'll do this and then get cooldowns. Seal of Light. And then Judgment. We need Judgment as well. Do we want Judgment of Light? Yes. So Seal of Light, Judgment of Light. Let's put what we have on now. Here. Thorns, Lightning Shield, Seal of Light, Blessing of Sanctuary. Shield block and defensive stance, Judgment of Light, and Seal of Light. Alright, so now we need to spec some stuff out. I want to get some defensive cooldowns. I really do. I really want to get some defensive cooldowns. It feels like we're stam stacking as well, so maybe I need to take that into account. Yeah, it feels very much like stam stacking to me. So let's do that. Let's get our stamina up. We got 28, 44, and then I'm thinking going more into stamina, which means priest. We want to get power word fortitude, I'd say. Divine spirit, increased spirit. It's not going to be for this build, but still interesting. And then also part of that same idea with the stam stacking, we can get our imp and soul link, and that'll reduce damage that we take. Shout out to Lyfe here, because he showed me this. Summon Imp and then Soul Link with that Imp. It's a pretty legit. It'd be interesting to see picking up wards. We got Shadow, Fire, and Frost. Those are all common ones. It would be pretty cool, I think, to get those different wards. But that's 6 AE right there off the top. I don't think seeing spellcasters that often doesn't happen though. It'd be pretty cool, I think. After being hit with the spell, you have a chance to gain nether protection, reducing all damage by that spell. This could actually do that like all in one for us. It would take 3 points though. Maybe we get nether protection, which is 3 AE, and then go into picking up all those defensive cooldowns. Nether protection sounds so good. I think Lyfe showed me that one as well. Demonology. Is there anything else with our imp that we can get here? Increase the stamina, intellect for your imp Voidwalker, and increase your maximum health by 3%. That would help our health get up. Demonic Embrace. Increase your total stamina, increases percentage shared by your soul link. I want to get improved imp, but I don't think that works. Alright, we're going to get that imp out. And then get the soul link out as well. We gotta move our auras. Okay, so we can lock those. We have a macro already, which makes our imp fire shield us. So we got fire shield, thorns, retribution aura, and lightning shield, and blessing of sanctuary. We're stam stacking and increasing our stamina further with our imp. We're gonna get even more stamina. But how? We put 3 points into Demonic Embrace to share the amount of damage shared with our imp. So 10% damage is taken by my imp instead. And then I get another 10% from this. And then we still have talents left. I'm thinking that's all going to go into increasing our stamina even further, but I want to double check some stuff. Reduces the cooldown of shield wall, retaliation, and recklessness. This could be useful. Increase physical damage you deal with the one-handed melee weapon. That's interesting, but I don't want to actually do that just yet. I'm thinking cooldown reduction. Is that what we want to do? We're single target right now. We have no AoE capability. Maybe we want to remedy that and get into some heroics or thunderclaps. Thunderclaps and revenges. Revenge is so nice, especially for nuking something single target down. But thunderclap and I want to say just thunderclap and magma totem are really good for AoE. Maybe there's something else I'm missing though that I could probably be doing. We need some kind of self-heal as well. And for the self-heal, I almost always go into Damage taken after getting a critical. Ancestral healing could be pretty legit if we critted very often. Reduces while casting any shaman healing spells. Healing wave. I really love having an instant cast, or instant cast. I really love having lesser healing wave. I don't think I can forgo that. And I also love having Ghost Wolf. I don't think I can get rid of that either. So our staples, we have to get our staples. That and Ghost Wolf. We gotta be able to get Ghost Wolf. Right? Isn't there... No, this is the fastest transportation. Okay. And then we don't have a weapon buff. We don't have Rock Biter or Flame Tongue or Frost Brand or anything. What else would we be able to put on? We would be able to put on our weapon. We could use our blacksmithing stuff, but that's not very good for us yet. Wind Fury would be kind of nice. Each hit has a 20% chance dealing additional damage equal to 2 extra attacks. That would be kind of cool, I think. And then, yeah, I love Wind Fury. I think I'm gonna go with Wind Fury. But then also I want to grab, if I'm grabbing Wind Fury, I want to grab Reckoning. We're gonna do Reckoning. So whatever we do single target, we're gonna single target that thing down. Let's put 4 points and see how often that procs. Actually, I should have put 3 points. You know what, Thug Life, we're gonna put 5 points. Now we got 3 more points. I suggest something AoE, but we could do that with our AE. Actually, let's go here and increase the crit strike damage of Thunderclap. Reduces the cost of Thunderclap. Now, does improved Thunderclap work? Let's look at, I want to look at something. Lyfe has a collective data sheet he was working on yesterday, and I want to see if I can make it to where this data sheet, let's find out here. Let's see, warning list. He's got a, we're looking for improved Thunderclap. Does improved Thunderclap, let's search, improved Thunder. Okay. It doesn't have improved Thunderclap on here. Build list reference, random enchants, warning lists. Let's just see if there's thunder. No, there's not Thunderclap anywhere. So improved Thunderclap, and those seem safe then. So would I want a reduced? Because I'm actually 3 points into shield specialization. I don't know if I'd even want a reduced rage cost. I think we want it hitting harder though. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll make it hit harder. And then we'll go into, I think it's arms, and actually pick up Thunderclap. And that'll be our AoE alongside, I think it's Elemental. Elemental has a magma totem that hits pretty hard. So Thunderclap and Magma Totem will be our AoE source. And our single target is pretty much Judgment and Judge often. Maybe we want Combat Rogue stuff, Sinister Strike. That could be our spammable. Eventually we can get a finisher for it, I think. I feel like we should get an interrupt. Wind Shear is a really good interrupt. We're kind of just like really reaching to find out what we need here. Prot Warrior's got Revenge is pretty good. Shield Wall, we didn't go into speccing that down, so we can live without that. Sunder Armor Cleave, on the other hand, it's pretty sweet with Thunderclap. And it's also a really good rage dump. So we got our moves. Maybe a defensive cooldown now? We could also get a taunt. Righteous Defense. Yes. No. We don't ever use taunt right now. What's the lowest cooldown defensive? So what's a good defensive cooldown that's really low? That's what I'm trying to find out. So Retaliation's 300 seconds. There's no defensive cooldown in Fury. Shield Wall is 300 seconds, but we could actually have spec'd that down further if we wanted. What is Combat Rogue? I know they got Evasion here. It's 180 seconds. Evasion might be a pretty sweet pickup. Prot Pally, does Prot Pally have a good defensive cooldown? Bubble, 300 seconds. Fire Mage. Probably not anything in Fire Mage. Oh, there was something in the Fire Mage's talents, I forget. Fiery Payback. When you get below 35% health, all damage taken is reduced. Melee and rage attacks have a chance to disarm. But that's level 45, that's something way later. Arcane Mage. Maybe we could pick up an armor. Increased resistance to magic. I don't think so. We could also pick up Counterspell. You see that cooldown's 24 seconds though. Generates a high amount of threat. It's pretty good, what you call it? Blink for some transportation. Food and water, remove curse, polymorph, arcane intellect. Nothing there. Arcane Mage has a lot of cool shit though. Survival Hunter. I wonder. Traps. Tracking. Feigned Death. Feigned Death would be a good one, I think. 30-second cooldown. That'd be a pretty sweet little reset though. A tank with Feigned Death. That's a bad idea. Not especially if I picked up Taunt. Multi-shot, rapid fire, etc. Distracting shot, concussive shot. BM. What does BM got? Anything useful? Increasing attack power. Aspect of the Viper. Increase, okay. Ranged and melee attacks generate mana, reducing the total damage and healing done by 50%. In addition, it says it will reduce my total damage done, but increase mana. I don't know if that'd be considered a defensive cooldown though. I don't really need a defensive cooldown, but that's like a good idea for mana regen. Which one has bark skin? Resto Tranquility, that's 8 minutes. I could get like a battle res or something. I didn't go into stamina stacking as much as I thought I would have. Oh, travel form. Travel form does increase movement speed. It's 103 mana though. That's an instant cast movement speed increase. Damn, probably should have picked that up. Frenzied regen. Balanced. Bark skin, okay, that's level 44. Not quite there yet, but that's a really good defensive cooldown. Demonology has one as well, don't they? Sense demons, succubus. I thought there was a demonology one. Maybe not. Increase the magic damage they take. So holy damage, oh, it says arcane fire, frost nature, and shadow resistance, and increasing magic damage taken. This would be a good one, because that would help our thorns, our lightning shield, our it won't help holy, but it'll help nature damage. That's also something that will kind of help out DPS if I'm running in a dungeon with people. Life tap to get mana back? No, we don't need to do that. Curse of Elements is interesting though. Maybe we will just pick up Revenge. We're gonna get Devastate from Prot whenever we can too. When is Devastate? It's level 50, so yeah, we'll get Revenge. Revenge is a good little single target thing. All right, let's go see how boo-boo this spec is. Actually, let's use our macro for Thunderstomp and our macro for Judgment. And we have a macro for Revenge, but I don't think we need it. So Thunderclap. Oh wait, and these macros also should be telling our pet to attack. Yes. Slash pet attack. And Revenge. Quick shot should be also telling our slash pet to attack. And Thunderclap should also be telling our slash pet attack. Alright. And oh, kind of nervous now. We got Power Word Fortitude. Like a baller. Because I think that stacks with the Imp. Let's see. We have 3184 hit points. And now we have 3214 hit points. So it did stack. Very nice. Okay, so let's finish getting our stuff. Magma Totem. Put Magma Totem there. Ghost Wolf. We really should have got, instead of Ghost Wolf, we should have got the Cheetah. Wind Fury weapon. Oh yeah. Look at all these all the buffs. All the buffs. Jeez. We got way less moves this time, way more buffs. Cleave. Oh man. Yeah. Seal of Light. I'm actually kind of excited so far about this. Lesser Healing Wave. I wonder how much mana is going to be an issue for us though. This looks actually pretty fun. I think I'm going to enjoy this. Alright, now let's train up. Alright, we're all set. Let's get our new buffs. Wind Fury, Thorns, Blessing of Sanctuary, Seal of Light, Power Word Fortitude, and Imp Soul Link. We have almost 4k hit points. And got Ghost Wolf. Man, why did I get Ghost Wolf? Kind of regret that now. But it is 47 mana. It's not that bad on mana. Let's do the damn thing. Imp's giving us a 9 damage fire shield. So this is our spiky tank, folks. We got the spiky tank. RT Shock said Q, and Pink Rose said, hi, how are you doing today? I'm doing well, Pink Rose. It's free reset day, so I'm going to go check out my talents and see how I've done with this boo-boo spec that I've figured out. I don't know how well it's going to perform, but we'll see. I think I was going Western Stranglethorn, so we'll head out to the rebel camp here and then run west from there and see if we can at least try to kill some trolls with it. So much of the idea behind this spec, and I haven't yet put on my shield spike, but I'm going to get a shield spike as well eventually. And so much of this spec is going to rely on me taking damage to do damage. So we've given ourselves quite a bit of HP with Power Word Fortitude and the Imp's Blood thing. So whenever we get hit, we can use Retribution Aura, Thorns, Lightning Shield, and Fire Shield to deal damage back to anybody that attacks us, while Thunderclapping, Magma Toteming, Cleaving, and Revenging. I think we even got, no, we only have one AE left, but when we get our next level, we'll probably put that into Improve Revenge so we can do additional targets with Revenge. And we'll be kind of cleavy and AoE, but it's like a reverse AoE, so it's weird. I'm interested to see how it's going to work. I picked up Wind Fury just for fun, but I think Wind Fury will be pretty legit to see. I dig it. And then I've also got, ooh, I need to actually probably get rid of that. Demon Armor. Shift click to toggle on and off. Off, off, off. We want to turn this on. Actually, turn that on, that on, that on, and this on. We want a water or lightning shield as well. Lightning shield, something that looks like lightning. We'll call that lightning shield. And we'll make it less opaque. Lightning shield. And we'll invert it so whenever it's not on, make it electric, make it double electric, and then the sound, we'll make it something electric sounding. That could be good. And let's make it 0. Holy Paladin says, what is going on? What's up, Holy Pally? How you doing, man? Welcome back. Haven't seen you in a while. Let's center this more. This is the Project Ascension server still. And it's free talent reset day. So we get to try out our fantasy specs and everything for a limited time. Alright, so Imp's Fire Shield. We're missing our Soul Link. Yeah. And then whenever Lightning Shield leaves, we get that notification. Wind Fury weapon. I don't know if we should put one for that. I think we'll know if Wind Fury weapon's not on because we won't have the little sparkly glowy. Alright, let's get going. Come on, imp. Let's go fight some stuff. I want to see how this spec is going to operate. This is a spiky tank, so the idea is they do damage to me and they take damage. And I'm going to go find a group to use this on. And our next grind spot is going to be this western area by the coast. We're going to be looking for some trolls. I think this is where the Nessingwary quests are. Excuse me. Still drinking my coffee, getting cleared up in the throat. But yeah, with free talent reset day, we're going to be able to reset all of our talents as much as we want for a limited time. So all my talents and abilities have been reset. I went off of an idea that I had previously, but I wasn't high enough level to see come to fruition. Like I wanted to fully spec out Lightning Shield, fully spec out Thorns, and fully spec out Retribution Aura, and see how much damage I could actually do to folks if I stacked those. Here's some trolls here, but they aren't the high enough level ones, so we're gonna head more to the coast. There's somebody on a mount following us. Okay, he's not a bad guy. Does he want some? What does he want? Ist? His name is Ist. Ooh, iron. Ooh, piece of iron. Here, let's shadow meld. We'll phase our imp too. That got him off our back. Inventory's full. I probably should have checked to see if I had any space before I came out here. Oh god. Oh god. How could I? Oh my jeez. Oh man. I'm gonna have to hearth right back and go and clear my freaking inventory. Holy Paladin says, it is 105 degrees here. Whoa! I am going to the swimming pool and I'm gonna melt. Oh jeez, man. 105, that's crazy. Where are you at? Egypt or something? When I was in Iraq, it would get up to like 140 on really hot days. But it was like a dry heat, so it was bearable. It wasn't anything like... It wasn't humid. I can't stand humidity. Humid heat is the worst. Kind of like this area, this zone we're in, with all this rain. You can see the steam coming off the ground. When I lived in Florida, you could see when it was raining, about this much steam coming off of the ground. Ooh, look at all these dinos. I know they're low level, but we're going to see if we can get a lot of these. Did you see how much damage he started taking? We're going to get as many of these dinos on us as we can. Look, check it out, check it out. Get off my pet. Look at this. Oh yeah. 300 DPS? That's way more than we were doing. We were doing about 200 before. We have Seal of Light and Judgment of Light just for our own heals, like our self heals, to keep us from using Lesser Healing Wave. But you know, we actually could just cast Lesser Healing Wave and murder everything on us just that way. Mobile Gamer says, hey, I made an account and I'm leveling. What's your game? What's your name in game, man? I'll give you a guild invite. So we can welcome you to the Stalwart Vanguard. Come to me. Come to me. You guys, over here. Come to me. I got little earth grab totems. Come to me. Come to me. Alright. Come here, pet. Start laying the hammer down. Didn't we get a taunt? I don't think we got taunt. We're recasting Totem more than we should. Oh yes. Give me that. Inventory is full. Inventory is full. Son of a bee sting. Okay. It was interesting to see it. But we really gotta go sell. Son of a... Red Mike. G invite Red Mike. Welcome. Welcome to the Stalwart Vanguard, Red Mike. Woo. There's not many people online right now. There's only 2 of us. Wow, you're already 13. Hell yeah. I gotta come back here and I gotta do all this crap. I wish I would have actually checked that before I moved out there. Spent all night online. Cool, man. To take advantage of the free resets, because these free resets are a limited time thing. Holy Paladin says, I'm in Greece, dude. Wow, it's 100 and something degrees in Greece? I wouldn't imagine it'd be that hot over there. When I think of Greece, I think of like vineyards and stuff, and like, I don't know, more like mountainous climate. I'm not really sure. I've never really been to Greece. Beautiful place though. Let's get these Green Hills of Stranglethorn sold. 2-1 Creek create. All these Green Hills of Stranglethorn pages. That auction house boss. I just scanned, so I don't need to actually scan each individual. I can pretty much just post for whatever price it's suggesting. The name of the game for what I'm trying to do is stam stack. So as much stamina as I can stack, I will do that. Anything that doesn't serve that purpose is something I don't need. Right. That's Soulbound, Male, Intellect, Spirit, Create. And if you say anything in chat, Red Mike, I'm not ignoring you. It's just scrolling off the screen too fast for me to notice because of the auctioning. We're gonna make this 32, and we're gonna make this 80. And we're gonna say 2 of those. Soulbound. So these are my soulbound items. These are my blacksmithing mats. Leather shoulders we can sell. Leather spell power we can sell. BOE ring. This mace is legit. I think I might get this mace. Increased damage done by your tame pets by 2%. Doesn't give any stamina though, so that's already going against our rule. This gives a lot of stamina though. This gives more stamina than Wing of the Whelpling. We could sell that though. 3 stamina, 10 strength. We were armor stacking. We're not really doing that as much anymore. Holy Paladin says more like vineyards and molten core. Vineyards and molten core. Oh no. It sounds hot, man. It sounds really hot over there. Cloth. Get rid of this thing as well. We may go searching for some Some gear. Nah, we need to stop. Don't buy any gear off the auction house. Dang. I'm coming up on the level that I'm going to need to buy a mount at. Look at all this cloth. 220? Jeez, man. $220. It's like what, 11 stacks? How many stacks is that? Yeah, that's 11 stacks of cloth. Oh, jeez. I didn't realize we had so much cloth. Band-aids? Anybody want any band-aids? Here, buy 2 stacks of my band-aids. Ain't nobody gonna buy that. It'll get it out of my bags for a little bit though. Jungle remedy. I'll try to hold on to jungle remedy. We don't need mana potions either. We're gonna say 7 stacks of 1. Scroll of strength and agility. Spirit scroll. Hey, who cares, right? RT Shock said, I got 100 gold from all the cloth I sold on the auction house. Damn. Let's see how much gold I made off of stuff. Alright, we're at 1 gold, 72 silver currently. And this is all stuff that has pended, or is pending. I wish it didn't show me pending sales. Pending. Alright, let's open them. We have 1 gold, 70 silver. Holy Paladin says, so are you going to stay on Project Ascension or are you going to go back to Elysium? You know, I said I'm going to join you in October. I think when you join in October, you should come to this one. And that's what I'm saying right now, but I've also told you that we were going to be on Project Elysium till October, so you can see how much I know what I'm doing and where I'm going to be. But this is a really fun game. Like, this version, there's some downsides, but it's so much not like any WoW game that I've ever played that I feel like this has the longevity and the staying power, I would say. This dude's name is Testosterone. It's just a really cool server, and the developers got some really cool ideas of things that they're going to be doing, and I want to see it come to fruition. And so much of it is original and unique, and that's important because I think the literally the very reason why the gummy TBC thing flopped was because it was a direct cookie cutter copy of World of Warcraft BC. Like, it was exactly the same game, and because of that, like, they were given a cease and desist order and they had to shut their server down before it even started. Whereas they'd be hard pressed to try the same thing with this server because yeah, it's got the same kind of characters and stuff like that, but this is more like a parody of a WoW server, or like a cover of a WoW server if you listen to music covers and stuff like that. Like, the only reason why they don't get copyright infringement is because they put their own unique spin on it, like their own style, and that's what this feels like. It feels like somebody else's style of a World of Warcraft game. I mean, sure, you could probably get caught up with the character models and the voiceovers and the music even, but that's all stuff that if people play this enough and invest enough in supporting it, could change over time. Like, they could figure out a way to change. They've talked about making it to where you could play an ogre, like the ogres that you go out and kill in the Meshogun ogre mounds, and you could do the Chris Farley dance and all that stuff. Like, that's cool. That stuff is really neat, and they can't necessarily shut that down if they're doing their own creative interpretation of it. You know what I mean? I don't know, but yeah, that's my spiel on that stuff. The Project Elysium also is a really good example of a unique way to play WoW because they don't offer that anymore. Mithril spurs, I'm gonna want to keep that. These are both blacksmithing. So yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with this. I might go back to Project Elysium, like heaven forbid anything happens to this server, but if anything does, then I still have Project Elysium that I'm really into that I would go back to. And I know it's a solid game and it's been around and it probably will be around for a while. And those characters and that guild isn't going anywhere, like they're still going to be over there. So we'll see, like when October rolls around, where you're at and where I'm at, and we'll see if we can link up and play something together. But I'd be down, man. Like as soon as you get the opportunity, let me know and we'll get logged in and synced up and we'll do something together. Blacksmithing. This makes me want to level my blacksmithing because my bags are cluttered with all this crap. And I also want to be able to make my own shield spike like I was saying before. Where is it? Iron shield spike. I need to hit level 150 for that. I can learn these silvered bronze shoulders right now. But if I hit 150 with blacksmithing, which I'm 20 points away, I could put a shield spike on my shield. Actually, come to think of it, here, let's put this back in the bank for now.
You need something?
Let's see if there's any shield spikes on the auction house right now. Because I'm sure somebody somewhere put one. And if we can, that's awesome too, because our shield that we're wearing right now has a chance to raise a thorny shield, inflicting 3 nature damage to attackers when hit. It also increases the crit strike of tame pets, and I think that applies to my imp. It was destiny. Here, let's see. Consumable. Item enhancement. Search. Mithril spurs. Mithril shield spike. Ooh. 15 gold though? I don't know about that. Well, there's no other option. Gotta do it. You see how hard I thought about that? I need to make my own shield spikes though. Because this shield it's not going to be around forever. Look, we got the mithril shield spike. Okay, I'm excited. We finna do this. Alright, we're gonna head back out to STV and try to farm those whatchamacallits. Connor Laughlin says, is this best on vanilla or BC? This client is actually Wrath of the Lich King, but it's vanilla time locked. So we're on the Wrath of the Lich King client, but we can't get past vanilla content right now. And they said in the coming years they plan on releasing BC and Wrath of the Lich King, but we have to beat vanilla first, it seems. I think they just recently released Molten Core, and they got on their website trailers and teasers and stuff. But yeah, this is the Project Ascension. In the description of this video you can see a link to that website to create an account if you'd like. Holy Paladin says, but I like exactly the same game. Warbane TBC 2.4.3 is almost the same game like before. And they didn't shut it down. Like, what the fuck? I don't know, man. Maybe it's because that server isn't based in the United States, and Blizzard is a United States company. So since whenever they launched the gummies, I think the server was stationed in New York. I think that since they fell within the same country or region, they were able to actually legitimately file a cease and desist order. Mobile Gamer says, how do drops work in this game? I heard somebody say something like Trinity Core. I'm not sure if that means anything to you, but they say the whites are grays, the greens are whites, the blues are greens, and the purples are blues. That's about how the drop rate works. So just as rare as whites were pretty common back in vanilla or back in the day, and you'd see them drop all the time, well, that's what greens are on this server. And then while blues were rare back in the day, they're actually common on this server. And then epics are rares, and I guess legendaries, I don't even know. But the idea is that you should be able to, without much effort, fully spec your guy out in blues mostly. when you start getting rolling at level 60. But even before level 60, you can see I've already got a handful of blues on, and I got an epic shield. And the idea behind that is these random enchants. If you look at my belt here, you can get a random enchant on your blue items, or even green items come with random enchants, but the blue specifically, you can re-roll these random enchants. There's like a random enchant reforger or something. It's pretty expensive, but like, say, since I don't have Hurricane or Typhoon, I don't benefit from this random enchant on my belt. Well, since it's a blue quality item, I can go re-roll this and get a potentially useful random enchant. And I can actually get something useful like this random enchant here. Equip the crit strike chance of your tame pets by 2%. I don't know if that applies to my demon here, but if it does, it might be useful to stack that same random enchant on as much gear as possible and increase his crit strike by 2%, 4%, 6, 8, 10 on up, you know what I mean? And then you could also get stuff that's like, I think the random enchants follow the idea from your talents, like increases the duration of your concussive shots daze effect. That's a hunter talent somewhere. If you go here to marksman, something like here, improved concussive shot increases the duration of your concussive shots daze effect. So that talent is the same thing as this random enchant, except this one's 0.5 seconds instead of a full second. So you can actually take a piece of gear and say you want to get a barrage. This as a random enchant, increase damage done by your multi-shot, aim shot, and volley spells on all your pieces of gear. You can have your multi-shot, aim shot, and volley spells hit like freight trains if you're stacking that random enchant on all your gear. So that's something that's kind of unique to this server, but it's rare and random whenever that stuff drops, so it won't always drop. Connor Lifeline said, how did you get your shield? There was 3 of them on the auction house. One of them was like 12 gold, and the shield that I got was 6 gold, and there was like one other one that was like 7 gold. So I just picked it up just because it was like, hey, that's an epic. Hey, it's only 6 gold. So I grabbed it, and it kind of fit my motif with the doing damage to them as I take damage idea. Now that I have the mithril shield spike on this, it's going to do even more damage to them whenever I take damage. This is what I'm calling the spiky tank, because I've set him up to where he's got thorns, lightning shield, the imp's fire shield you just saw me rebuff just now, got the mithril shield spike, retribution aura. Anything that hits or attacks me is going to get hurt. Here, look, here's a PvP opportunity. I don't think he even cares that I'm hitting him. Did he notice that I was there? Like, he thunderstopped me and killed him, so did you see that? I don't know if he actually killed me like that, or if I just whittled him down. I don't do a lot of damage. Like, I'm not set up to be a damage dealer. I'm set up to be a damage taker and a damage dealing back. Look, RT Shock says, looking for blacksmith with mithril shield spike learned. Have mats. Ooh, good idea. I think next time I'll probably do the same, RT. And also there's one on the auction house that's for 15 gold. I don't know if you want to waste that much gold on it, but I plan on learning the iron shield spike pretty soon. I think after I've out-leveled the usefulness of this shield, I'll focus on my blacksmithing a little bit and get the iron spike. Connor Laughlin said, do they have dungeons out? Yeah, and they even have the random dungeon finder, but you can't do it randomly unless you want to. You have to check them all and then queue for a group. Now, if I do that right now, the dungeons I'm eligible for are SM, RFD, and the other parts of SM and Uldaman. Right now there's a less than a minute queue as a tank for this, supposedly. I've been in the random dungeon finder for hours before, but some days, like today's random reset day or free reset day, so we might see a lot more people queuing than normal. But you don't get teleported to the dungeon. You have to actually run there, and you have to actually group up and summon. Like, you can use the summoning stone, but you can't actually teleport automatically. So it's kind of like the random dungeon finder from release, but it's more like old world where you had to actually run to the dungeon and form the group. This is just kind of like a way to form the group without having to spam whispers to each other. RT Shock said, I was looking for a blacksmith all day yesterday and there were no blacksmiths. It's probably because the nodes were bugged for so long. Like, this is a private server, so there are like certain things that have been buggy about it. But to my knowledge, they fixed nodes since then. And because that's how I level my blacksmithing. I went around, I think a couple days ago, and mined all the way up to 146. So the nodes are working now, but I don't know how many people know that. And I think most of the people that would have been blacksmithing chose not to because of that, since the nodes were all wonky. But yeah, now that they're working again, I've been really interested in trying to level my shit again. Wind Fury Wolf. Alright, we finna get this going here. Hey, you want somebody? Let's get everybody grouped up nice and pretty here. Come here, Imp. Come here, Imp. Not getting a whole lot of threat. Mainly because the Imp's not attacking very much. I might want to make it to where the Imp doesn't attack right away. That Mithril Shield Spike though. Alright, Imp. How can I make it to where... Maybe only whenever I judge the Imp will attack. So before then, the pet will not attack. We just want to make sure Thunder Stomp's making our defensive stance happen, because as soon as we go into Ghost Wolf, we get no defensive stance anymore. Look, there's a bro out there. Come to me. Come to me. Alright, here we go. Have y'all seen the Reckoning proc? There's a Reckoning proc. Yeah, man. This is beautiful. There's a Reckoning proc. Choo choo choo. Yeah, this is good. I'm liking this. How are we on single target? Let's find out. Single target damage, currently 55. We can even afford to cleave here. 86. Not bad, it's like a third of our AoE damage. Just cleared that whole camp there. Mobile Gamer says, are there quests inside the dungeons? No, there aren't quests in the dungeons like there are in the release version. But there are quests in the zone usually that lead to the dungeon. This wasn't where they had implemented that yet. I think they only did that in, I forget what expansion, but it was some later expansion like Cataclysm or something like that. They started doing dungeon quests. One thing to note too, if you're interested in this server but you don't feel like doing the leveling experience and stuff like, you could go to the Sargeras server, the high risk server, and it's 3 times EXP gain there. But kind of the problem with that server is if you get killed, people can loot your corpse, and vice versa. If you kill other people, you can loot their corpse. Another thing to note is it's friendly fire turned on. Like, you can attack people of the same faction as yourself. So if you want to murder some horde, but be horde, you can do that after level 20. But the EXP level being 3 times EXP would be the equivalent of what it felt like to me was I was leveling as fast as I would if I had bind on account gear in the release version of WoW, but I wasn't hitting as hard. And maybe that was because my spec, but also like you don't have all that really nice gear all the time. You have to actually like go quest and earn it or find it. So yeah, Sargeras is another option. I think of it as like battlegrounds. You could actually do some battlegrounds and PvP other people, and you get the reward of being able to loot their gear. It's like a PvP server. And this server also, as well as a PvP server, Andorhal, but the focus is more, I see, from what I've noticed, is PvE. And that's mainly because people that want to actually PvP are going to be on Sargeras, because you level faster, you get more reward from it. So the PvPers actually tend to migrate to Sargeras in my experience. You still find people that'll kill you, like I killed that Tauren running out to here, but it's not as aggressive. Mobile Gamer said, "No thank you, maybe when I'm used to the server. Love me some BGs, lol." Yeah, I agree, man. I tried it when it first came out because I was around when it first came out, so I figured I'd just see what I could do. I leveled up to 20, and then I felt like the sky was falling. Like, I kept feeling like somebody was gonna pop out of stealth and kill me really quickly. And it was actually me picking a fight with somebody that got me killed, because I saw a level 20 whenever I was level 22, and I thought, yeah, I could take this guy. Totally couldn't take that guy. He murdered me so quickly. But then, like, he looted all my gear, I lost all my gear, and it was such a relief when I was finally naked because I didn't have anything to lose. I was a dangerous man. Man with nothing to lose. We should turn our Thorns power aura on as well. Yeah, I feel pretty confident with this build. This is pretty legit. I'm gonna have to update my spiky tank build. I have a Google Doc link in the description to my builds, and they're builds that I've built out but haven't tried yet. But then there's a couple that I have ran with, and this is the Atk Pwr Tank build. No, this is the Warden build, but I need to update it because it's nothing like the one I'm currently running. So depending on how much I play this build today, I'll probably get on and do that a little later. Alright, let's get all the bros. Group up, bros. We have so many hit points, we can afford to group these guys up like this. Come to me. It's all about that LOS. cleave as long as we got mana or rage for it. Remember to keep our lightning shield up. Something is attacking our imp. It's all this shit. We just lost our imp. Oh god. Don't die, don't die. The casters were back there nuking our imp. How are you shooting me through the wall, buddy? Yo, cheating ass. Through this wall too? There we go. That's why they didn't come to me. Hold on, give me 10 seconds to summon my imp. Oh, I don't have mana. Alright then. Don't make me win for you. Seal of Light and Judgment of Light is what's saving us here. Because we can self-heal ourselves as we attack. Dodge, block, and parry is giving us mana back. But it's not such a substantial amount that we can just use any spells and abilities all the time. I still have to kind of be strategic a bit. Which I like. I like that it's not just like a face roll spec. I mean, I say that as I loot all these dead bodies. And there's still a use for our water here. 507. RT Shock just ding level 50. Grats, man. Level 50. You start getting some of the really good shit at 50. Let's get this imp summoned. Alrighty. And we need to rebuff all of our buffs. Not enough mana. Okay, not enough mana. We got almost 4k hit points. That's pretty legit. Before we spec'd this way, we had like 1100 hit points. So, in comparison, this is quite a bit of hit points to switch over to. And we're pretty much exclusively stamina stack. That's another interesting thing about this is you can reset your attributes when you're out of combat. So if you want to go full stamina one pull and then full strength the next pull, like that's totally feasible. Let's get a bunch. It's the casters, man. The casters hurt. Don't die, don't die. Look at all this caster damage. Please don't kill me. Heal thyself. My heals don't do shit because I got so many hit points. What's cool about Judgment and Seal Light is it's a percentage. Well, Seal Light's not a percentage, but the Judgment is. 2% of my health comes back. And I've got a reduced cooldown on it too, so maybe that's not a good thing. Maybe that's where my mana's going actually. But the percentage-based return from Judgment of Light is pretty nice. Yeah, I need more mana. Lightning Shield's legit. It doesn't really cost mana. If I can remember to keep it up. I should be thunder stomping way more too. It's just the initial spec woes. Gotta figure out how to play this as good as it can be played. Give me fire shield. Yeah, my imp and I both are running out of mana. But that's good, like we could single target our way through it. We're totally viable as a single target attacker as well. It's one of the benefits of having revenge and thunder stomp. As long as we got rage, we can attack. Alright. That was kind of nasty there. Mobile Gamer says, love vanilla WoW for the theory crafting, so this server is like heaven for me. Yeah, man. If you're good at theory crafting, then you're really going to shine on this server because so much of it is like stat balancing and learning how talents play on attributes and how those attributes affect each other. Mobile Gamer said, trying to use that one aspect that reduces damage but tons of mana regen. I was actually looking at that too, the Beast Mastery, I think it is. Aspect of the Viper. I thought that that would be pretty legit to have, but what I didn't like was reducing total damage and healing done by 50%, but it's a toggle, like I could toggle that on and off, and this itself doesn't cost mana to do that. But I also have a lot going on. I have a lot going on with the Blessing of Sanctuary and Thorns and reapplying Lightning Shield and Fire Shield. Like those 4 different low cooldown abilities to kind of manage, it's pretty rough. But you're not wrong. Like Aspect of the Viper could be really useful for situations when shit hits the fan like that. Can I LOS everybody, please? Can y'all come to me behind this corner, please? LOSing isn't working as well as I'd hoped. Maybe over here? Maybe over here? Does this side of the wall work? Do y'all want to come to me over here? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, man. What's cool about Lightning Shield too, that you wouldn't think would be so, but is the fact that if you keep it up, even casters or ranged attackers take that Lightning Shield damage when they hit you. So the Lightning Shield affects them from way over there as well. I don't know if I'm in the correct spot yet. I might have to explore this camp a little bit more to see where there's a good amount of baddies. Come here, Imp. Where you at? I think we might need taunt. Part of the problem with this Retribution aura is it's giving the Imp damage back to the attacker as well. But all we gotta do is go over and Thunder Stomp when we got it. Our Thunder Stomp hits really hard too. Don't die, Imp. Get out of here. I'm trying to heal this thing. Thunderstomp's a good source of threat as well. I'm not digging how quickly the Imp's running out of mana, but he's really just here for buffing. Like, he's just a buff bot. He gives us our Soul Link, he gives us our Blood Pact, and he also gives us our Fire Shield. And that's the only purpose he serves, so it doesn't matter if he's Ohm. Only whenever he can't give me my buff. Alright, we're getting moved on here. What's up, sir? Is that you? Good morning, sir. I love you. Did you have a good day? Buenos dias. Love you, son. Alright, let's get a group going. We're just aggroing everything. Come after me. All of you, come to me. We'll see what sticks. We're running through all these guys. Heal thyself all the way up. As long as we keep lightning shield up, that's free damage while we're healing ourselves. So that got pretty hairy, but we managed. We did 301 damage per second there. Switch in and out of it, yeah, Mobile Gamer says. And then Ding14, grats Mobile Gamer. And then Mikkel Berthelsen says, Berthelsen says, your UI is a mess, man. XD. Sorry, man. And then Mobile Gamer says, I was thinking about making a mix of a Fury Warrior and an Enhancement Shaman. Think that would be really cool. Fury Warrior with Enhancement Shaman, that'd be nasty. Sounds terrifying. And then Don Machiavelli Thug Life says, but it will be an shaman or a warrior. It'll be a war shaman. A washerman. A washerman? No, a war shaman. A washerman? No. War shaman. Oh. Alright, let's get buffed up. Think we're good now. My UI is a mess, huh? I guess because the buttons everywhere. it's all these buffs. All this top row here is buffs. And then I have my keys bound weird too. I also have like stuff on the side that I can click. This is usually out of combat and on use items like healing potions. Let's get some agility. This is also drinking and out of combat stuff. I got my bags toggled on, my micro menu. I don't really need my micro menu. Let's get rid of the micro menu. This is the thing for the whatchamacallit, respecking and stuff. Keyring, we don't really need the keyring either on our pet bag bar. We don't need the bag bar. Yeah, we're just gonna get rid of the keyring. And then we can position this off to the right. Tick, 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 tick. There we go. There, my UI is fixed. Do you like it? I know it's probably just as bad to you. It's just all the buttons. I don't know what to do with the button bloat. Maybe I can make a cast sequence macro that'll recast my 10-minute buffs and another one for my 30-minute buffs. It's these casters, man. These casters always want to mess around. It's better to take the casters down ASAP. Did he just healed? Hey buddy, you don't heal up when I'm trying to kill you. And I got netted. Recast our stuff here. Get off of my pet. See, with the pet, I kind of wish that I had a taunt. A good way to get threat back is to heal. Heal the pets. Heal the pets. That's so gross. I don't like how many casters there are. This is kind of whack. And these guys, how am I supposed to get to 42, is it? In this area, it doesn't feel right. I don't think I'm in the right spot. I'm gonna double check this image here. The graphicals. Are we in combat right now? No, right? Hopefully not. Alright, let's check this again. According to this, from 38 to level 42, we should be on the westernmost edge of this little double thing. So let's go more this way. Maybe there's like a higher level, more melee. Maybe these little camps. Maybe just from little camp to little camp and not so much on the outsides. Let's try that out. Maybe there's a place we can LOS these guys. Yeah, these guys die quickly. We get pretty solid groups like that. We're halfway through this level. We're not making bad XP. I don't understand how these greens are supposed to get us up to level 42. I don't know. Maybe we need to hit more of these up here. It is quite a bit though. I don't like how many casters there are. Look at all the healers. We may have effed up here. There we go. Target the ones in front of us. Heal thyself, don't you die. That spell damage, man. The more casters we take on, the harder it is to survive. Just trying to survive. Alright. Might be worth dragging our band-aids back out. And speaking of band-aids, here, let's get some more stamina. Band-aids. I guess I sold them all? No, here they are. Oh, hi, buddy. You got something to say to my pet, you got something to say to me. Bless you, sir. Also, this imp firebolt should probably be taken care of. That's quartz, though. Quartz. Quartz. Here. Slash quartz. Bless you, sir. Pet bar. Right there's good. Mobile Gamer says, I like it, War Shaman. And Mikhail Berthelsen says, it's not really the button bloat, it's the sprinkler combat text, awkward stock unit frame positions, and weird weak auras, cast bar positions, tooltip overlapping, recount, extra mini-map, etc. It's just very, very not sleek. And Mobile Gamer says, is it bad my imp has more health than me? Not necessarily, but that is pretty funny. Yeah, whenever I first started playing this server, I just wanted to play way more than I wanted to dress me my Barbie unit frames. I usually do get to that, but whenever I find that I'm going to stay on the server for a while, I settle in a whole lot more. Carbonite's another thing I don't really need to have up. Like, I could totally make it look so much better if I wanted, but I just leave it kind of cluttered because I don't really care too much about that stuff. If it bothers you though, I could probably make it look a little better, but it'll take time. I'll have to stand here and move stuff around a lot. But I usually just try to get shit functional and then stuff done. Is he casting through the wall on us? No. Okay, here we go. There we go. Now that you mention the numbers everywhere, it is pretty funny. I usually have combat text turned off on my tanks, and then I'll have the damage taken type stuff. I'll have it kind of turned on more. Here, let's heal up. We're gonna die if we don't heal. Don't die, don't die. Alright. We need to get somewhere. Come here. It's weird trying to figure out how these walls work with the LOS. Okay. See, now I can't unsee all the things you pointed out. What a pain. Alright, let me do something right quick. This. Band-aid maybe. 90. That's not very many band-aid ticks over time. Alright, so mana up. Interface. This is what we usually do. Combat text will take the damage that we do off. Energy gains, periodic energy gains. Yeah, we'll do it that way. Quartz. Quartz. I can't seem to spell quartz. What are we doing there? Here, let's put it right here. There's our pets cast bar up there. Okay. Even our own, we don't need that big. Player. Want to shrink the height of that a bit. And the width of it a bit. And we'll center it more. I also don't like the way the global cooldown stuff shows up. So quartz, global cooldown, disable, timer, swing timer, disable. Alright, and then power. For our lightning shield, we usually do it like this, deformation that way, and a little bit smaller than that. And then close that. Come to me. Let's get another big group here. Y'all want some of this? They cast it through the wall on me? No, right? Kill the casters. That would be stealing. Alright, let's get the next camp. Get some, buddy. A blush ember ring. Inventory's full. Let's get rid of grays. We don't need this random 3 jungle stuff. Large bear bow we can get rid of. Interlaced belt we can get rid of. We don't want no grays. That ring is actually pretty legit. We may throw it on. That's another cool thing about this server, is as you're killing shit like this, you see your gear that you could use drop quite often. And the random enchant that procced on this was reduce the pushback suffered from damaging attacks while casting drain life, drain mana, drain soul, and unstable affliction, and even haunt. Which none of that benefits us, but yeah, the strength, agility, and spirit doesn't benefit us either. We'll lay off of that. Well, we can get rid of other gray items so we can continue to farm for a bit. There was a neck too, 6 spirit, 6 strength. That's not better than the one we have though. We can get rid of these shoulders and this belt. Got a lot of grays. Reticulated gauntlets dropped earlier. They have more strength, less stamina, and increases the amount healed by flashlight and the effectiveness of holy. We don't really have anything that benefits from that. We don't need Stormwind Bright or any of this food stuff or drink stuff. Fire Bloom I think is a crafting mat, so we'll hold on to that. It's a crafting mat, so we'll hold on to that. I think the rest of this stuff is at least useful in some way. What else can we do with bartender? As I'm thinking about this now, let's make bar 1 modifier based switching shift. Hold on, let's see something. That's bar 2. We'll make shift bar 2. So when we hit shift, we can do that. Okay. And then we'll disable that. And then we can unlock these. Pet bar right there. Vehicle bar here. Stance bar there. And then bar 3, we can scale that down. Uh-oh, something's happening. Position. And lock. Even our pet bar can be scaled down as well. And we'll position that further down. And we'll move it just a little bit to the right. Same with our stance bar. Scale that down quite a bit. Position it further down. Boom shakalaka. Our bag bar. Scale down. We can move it off to the right more. Oops. And then yeah. Come at me, buddy. And then let's go back to bar 1. Our alt page can be, what is this? Bar 4. And then we can disable bar 4. So now we have our alt there, our shift here, and then that there. And then these are consumables that we could use on demand. Our recount can be there, just in between all that bull S. That bull S right there. We usually do with recount a few different things as well. Like, we make it look like light step. And the window right here make that opaque AF. Opaque AF. Not that one. This one. And then I think we could even smush that a bit. And then for these, we don't need to config. Yeah, we do need config. We don't need file though. After we get it set to current fight, yeah. I do like to check that sometimes, but not enough to where it matters. Previous to next really doesn't matter. Our close button we never use either. Or either. Row height. Make it a little bigger. And yeah. That should be okay. Ooh, it's so sleek. It's so much more sleek than it was. Doesn't that look pretty now? It sure is a pretty looking image right there. Much better. Much good. Such wow. Am I pro enough yet? Boom. Go on the other side of the wall here if we can get situated. Yes, sir. Ooh, I actually can't hear you, sir. Give me a second. Heal thyself to the pot. Okay. Okie dokie. That would be stealing. You should get Consecration as well as Magma Totem. I got Magma Totem. Consecration I feel like would push my mana though. I'm already using mana to judge and mana to drop the Consecration, and then also mana for heals. I feel like Consecration, it's every 8 seconds I'd have to reapply it. At least Magma Totem stays for, what, 20 seconds? So I don't have to recast that. Usually combat's done by the time I need to get another Magma Totem down, so I don't know if I would do that. Quartz. Player. Toggle bar lock. Bring that a little higher. Let's make that white again. Are you watching my show, sir? I want this to be centered, but I don't know really. I shouldn't have did that. Let's scale it a little. Bring it down also. And lock. See, it's such a time sink. I always, whenever I'm doing these, I take a lot of time and mess up my bars a lot. To mess with them, I mean. Alright. Interface. Combat text. I have it on arc right now. I don't really need to know when I'm gaining and losing auras because I got power auras set up. Energy gains and periodic energy gains aren't really that big a deal. Reactive spells and abilities, I kind of like having that. There we go. See how it looks now. Oh, I see. Those are attached to my cast bar. What's that, sir? Just go to my channel. It should say that I'm live. And Mobile Gamer says, since you have much armor, I think that one Fury talent would be super useful for you. Armor to the teeth. You're right. What's that, sir? Are you on the main page? Alright, be right back 1 second. Alrighty, I'm back. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, Mobile Gamer. Armor to the teeth. I had that for a while too. The armor to the teeth. I only took it off whenever I spec'd into this idea. I have a kind of a little theory I came up with where if you're gonna do something, do it all the way. So with Imp, if I'm gonna get the Imp, I'm gonna get Soul Link, right? So Soul Link will make it to where I take reduced damage as long as I have the Imp out. Well, since I have an Imp and I got Soul Link, I want to give him as much damage as I possibly can so I get improved Soul Link. So more damage is being pushed off to my Imp. 20% of the damage that I take is diverted to him. Also, if I'm gonna get Thorns, I want to go full thorns. I want as much damage as thorns can possibly do to be active. So I've spec'd in the brambles, so my thorns and entangling roots does 75% more damage. Done the same with lightning shield, and I also did the same with retribution aura. I also have it to where, like, if you've noticed the pattern, all the damage that I take is also rediverted back to the person who does it to me with thorns, lightning shield, retribution aura. Eye for an eye is much like the same thing. All critical attacks against me cause 10% of that damage back to the caster or attacker as well, and that damage can't exceed 50% of my health. Since I've got judgment for Seal of Light for my self heals, I've got improved judgment so I can judge more often. I actually want to get rid of that one because I can judge and have that 2% health back from attacking the target that's judged. I can have that up for a pretty long time and be able to recast judgment regularly even without having it spec'd down. So this is a little bit of a waste, but you get the idea. So in doing all that, it made it to where I couldn't spec into toughness to get more armor from my items, and by taking retribution aura I wasn't able to get devotion aura, which would increase my armor further. And in getting those different kinds of spiky thorny things, it made it to where I couldn't get the frost mage's ice armor or the demonology warlock's demon armor. So I sacrificed a lot of armor to pick up the spiky stuff. Whenever I did have all those little armor abilities, I definitely did pick up Armor of the Teeth, but I'm not going to do Armor of the Teeth unless I get way more armor than I currently have. Catch my drift? Do you know what I mean? See what I'm saying? But yeah, for sure, whenever I do all that stuff, that is definitely a good idea to have Armor to the Teeth whenever I'm going full armor like that. I just wouldn't do it with this spec, not the way I'm currently set up. I could be better spending those talents on other things, I think. Like, I need to get rid... I got 2 spare talents that I've identified so far with this that I want to move. And these guys are all green for me. So I'm wondering if that's the reason why I'm surviving. But I'd like to actually test this in a thick situation. That's why I'm trying to pull a lot. Alright, let's get on the other side here. Let's get on the other side here. I'm trying to get them all grouped up. There we go. We're gonna focus the caster types down. Heal thyself. Just continue to heal. Ooh, that was close. We did 287 DPS there. Car Sprite Jackwheel said smiley face. Car Sprite Jackwheel said hi. Mobile Gamer said yeah. And then Car Sprite Jackwheel said, oh shit, he gonna die. What's up, Sen? How are you? Enduring Cape. I almost ate it just now. That was a lot of people. It's the casters that really hurt. But that's also part of the reason why I wanted that spiky damage thing, because even as they attack me, they're taking damage from me. I don't know if they're getting hit by thorns or retribution aura even. Retribution aura is doing the most damage out of all of my abilities though. But again, like, something's going on with Magma Totem. When I have Magma Totem out, its damage marries with holy damage for some reason. I don't know why. So I can't actually tell how much Magma Totem's doing for some reason. Here, Magma Totem 2 was 40% of my damage, supposedly. "79 hits of fire damage. Holy damage, that's from Retribution Aura. Nature damage is from my Lightning Shield and Thorns. So Lightning Shield and Thorns together are only doing 2300 damage. Retribution Aura is doing even more than that. I think physical would be like my Shield Spike. Where's Shield Spike? Mithril Shield Spike. That's doing 4% of my damage. So it's like, it's not the highest DPS spec, but it is doing a decent amount of damage nonetheless. Carsprite Jackwheel says, "I am his son." Yes, you are. He's normally asleep this early in the morning, but he got pretty well rested last night, I think, so he woke up early today. Usually when I hop off at 11, it's to make him breakfast. But he woke up a little earlier today. Surprise. Let's get the Mystics. We're going to focus the Mystics down. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He's going down. Really not digging this area. The casters are a pain. Heal thyself. Oh, they got Flame Ward. That's why they're such a pain. Magma Totem ain't doing shit to them. Mobile Gamer said, "Nice." Hey. Carsparrow Jackwheel said, "Be right back." RT Shock says, "Go to the 42 to 49 area." Okay, I'm gonna check that out. This area is pretty whack. Ooh, Poison Tip Bone Spear. I want to place with some serious melee to see how well I'm able to stand up against real damage. I guess caster damage is real damage too, but... What is the 42 to 45? Oh, the Moshogun, or Mosh-Og Ogre Mound, southeast of Gromgol. We may go there after we sell. Ooh, a polearm that adds... It has a 10% chance to add an additional combat point. 8 stamina. Let's do that. Let's go to the level 40 something area. I don't know though. That's pretty far down. Maybe we should hearts first and clear inventory if it's that far away. What are you doing, pet? Get over here. Might be better to go up north from Booty Bay. Alright, let's do that. We're gonna hard first. Clear our inventory, sell completely, repair, and then we're gonna go up north from Booty Bay. Carsprite Jackwheel says, "I'm back. Welcome back." I may reallocate a few of those points too, because judging the way I have been hasn't really been too great. It's really just a waste of mana in my opinion. I may pick up like water shield because I'm buffing lightning shield right now. It could be beneficial to shift to water shield sometimes and get some manas back. Uh-oh, deltoids, level 40 pally. Deltoids. GG. That's a good name. Alright, we're gonna create auctions here. What is this? It's like 4 stacks of 20 and then 1 stack of 10. 4 and 1, create. 3 and 1, create. Clearing the bags just as quickly as I can. We're gonna get right back out there. I think I will reset. I think I'm gonna reset. I mean, free resets, right? Why not? I'll reset and get rid of judgment. I feel like we got too many buffs. But I feel like the stamina that maybe we're trying to do too much by having stamina stacking. Well, we kind of need the stamina stack the way we're not very defensive right now, so maybe we could stamina stack better than we're doing right now somehow. I really don't know yet. Carside Jack will say booty bay, ha. You like that? You like booty bay? Swiggity swooty. Head into that booty bay. Alright. Still getting rid of shit. There's some alliance guy that's attacking nearby. He's pissing off our guards. Sounds like he's killing people. Let's get this ring on the auction house. Soulbound, soulbound. Get the gloves here. Maybe we should, trying to think too, like, how would I want to do this? So we clearly chose stamina with the lightning reflective type abilities. The spiky tank. What else could contribute to spiky tank? We have the imp for fire shield. He gives us a stamina buff. So I was thinking stam stack. Armor to the teeth wasn't a bad idea, but I feel like if we're gonna do armor to the teeth, we should stack armor. We should like really stack some armor. Alright, so let's create 11 band-aids. I bet you we can get heavy band-aids right now. For now, let's sell these these cloth. Also gonna sell that mana potion. And then we'll vendor trash the rest of the stuff. Magma totem seems okay. I mean, it's decent AoE.
Step on up.
I don't have the mana for consecration. I barely have the mana to keep what I'm doing going. And I think that's partially because I'm judging. That's 40 mana every time I judge. So maybe ridding myself of judging might work. We're just gonna sell the jungle remedy and sell these as well. We can vendor that. This will go in our bank. We don't need the cloak and the ring anymore. I think we're sorted. Alright, a couple more things on the auction house and then we'll move on. Jack Wheel said, kissy face, Jack Wheel. Love you, son. Alright, let's reset. The master of reset, purge me. I don't know why it DCs us every time we purge. Strange. Okay. Let's do this. Character advancement. We're going with the imp. We're going to take reduced damage. We're going to increase our stamina and share more damage with the imp. We are going to increase the amount of damage that lightning shield. I don't know if let's chill on lightning shield. We won't get lightning shield, okay? I liked having water shield though. Recasting lightning shield that often kind of sucks. That's kind of the name of the game though. Like that's what the build is centered around. No, we're gonna do it. And then balance. Thorns is gonna hit harder. Enhancement, let's go ahead and spin these so we know how much we're gonna get. Lightning shield. Wind Fury was okay, but it wasn't all that. At least with Flame Tongue we're doing more spell damage, which I think applies to Retribution Aura. And Judging. What else is spell damage? Magma Totem is spell damage. Lightning Shield is spell damage. Thunder Stomp goes off of attack power. Let's try Flame Tongue. Thug Life. Flame Tongue it is. And I think, oh, following my own rules though, I should spec that out and get elemental weapons. That might have been what we were missing back there too, because Wind Fury could have hit a lot harder as well. Nope, resetting again. Purge me. I mean DC me. Does everybody DC whenever they get purged like that, or is that just me? Carspry Jackwell says, I play Minecraft and Roblox. Cool. Do you ever play World of Warcraft, Carspry Jackwheel? Oh, that's right, you do, because we have the Awesome Buddies show that we do every once in a while. Alright, so we're purged again. Alright, how can we do this? Lightning Shield all the way. Got him. And then Lightning Shield. Thorns. And then Thorns. Retribution Pally has improved Ret Aura and Ret Aura. And then we saw that we need to Judge Light and Seal of Light for self-heals. That with Reckoning is legit, but maybe we can forgo that and do something more fancy. Let's hold off on Seal Light and Judge Light. We set Imp, and then the Imp's damage being shared via Soul Link was necessary. Now, when we were fighting those casters, Shadow Ward, Fire Ward, and Ice Ward would not have saved us from the nature damage they were doing. Cleave and Thunderstomp was really cool, but if I get Cleave or Thunderstomp, I want to fully spec that out, so keep that in mind. shield, bless you sir, shield spec, dodge blocking and parrying. Like, we want our shield block. We want to block a lot though. Chance to block, we want that to be as much as possible. And we want a shield mastery up because we have a shield spike, so we want to block as much as we possibly can with those. Shield wall, what does shield wall do? That just reduces damage, right? Reduce all damage taken. Yeah. One-handed weapon specialization. Increased damage you deal when a one-handed melee weapon is equipped. That could be useful. We're not a damage dealer really though. Well, we kinda are. One-handed weapon specialization. AoE capabilities. Thunderstrike. Or Thunderclap. I think we're gonna Thunderclap. Thunderclap, and that's in the arms tree. Get Thunderclap. We also want to. Revenge is so good, but Cleave is nice too. Let's chill on that and go for Revenge. But then that requires defensive stance. I think also Thunderclap requires defensive stance. Yeah, I've already backed into defensive stance here because I picked the shield thing. So we got to pick up defensive stance, and we got to pick up shield block. And if we're already in defensive stance, we can pick up cleave, or revenge, I should say. Because you can't get past how much damage that does for 5 rage. So then we should make revenge a little harder hitting. Shit, we could put 2 points into revenge. Increases damage and cause strikes an additional target for 50%. We can do that with 2 points. That leaves us with 1 more talent, which we want to put in. Oh, we didn't get Reckoning at all. But we can put Blessing a Sanctuary, which will increase our strength and stamina and give us back mana when we dodge, block, or parry. Yep. Alright, now we're all abilities now. So our talents are Shield Mastery, Shield Block. So we're blocking to do damage with our Mithril Shield Spike. Oh, Dobro58 said try Restoration, Fire, Frost Mage abilities. And is this the only server that has this feature? Project Ascension is the only private server group, I guess, creating this classless system that I know of. But there is another server. It's a 3 EXP gain PvP server. Not that Andorhal is not PvP. Like, this one is also a PvP server, but more of the PvP focused people are playing on the 3 EXP server. But it's a high risk server, meaning if you kill your faction mates or even the other faction people, you can loot gear off of them. So that also means that your friendly faction mates can kill you. Like, you can get killed by alliance people if you're alliance after level 20, and they can take your gear from you. So it's kind of crazy, but it's really fun. And Carspry Jackwheel said dog, and then dog face, and then what is that? Steam and dog? Dog steam? Hot dogs? But yeah, Project Ascension. In the description, there's a link to the website where you can create an account, and it's free. It's free to play. It's definitely worth checking out. I love it. It's fun. Really hard to come up with viable specs though, because you sacrifice all these good things that you could be picking out to get certain moves and abilities. Alright, let's drag what we have down on our bar so we know what we got. Alright, so Thunderclap, that's here. Thorns, that's going to be here. Soul Link, that's going to be here, Imp, here. Lightning Shield is going to be here. Blessing of Sanctuary is going to be here. Thorns. So we got Blessing of Sanctuary and Thorns. We got Imp with Soul Link. So we're getting 3% damage reduction from Blessing of Sanctuary, plus the Imp's 20% damage reduction because we spec'd into it. Revenge is going to be our main spammable. Shield block right there. And Ret Aura. So we have no moves right now. These are our moves. Shield block, Thunderclap, Revenge, and Lightning Shield. I think we're just gonna, yeah, that's pretty okay. So what kind of damaging abilities do we want to get? Let's find out. We're already in prot stance, so maybe it'll benefit us to pick up protection moves. We don't want to use a whole lot of rage. Well, we're going to be generating quite a bit of rage, come to think of it. I don't want to get cleave though. I really don't want to get cleave because I can't fully spec that out yet. I will eventually probably be able to fully spec that out. We could be thinking about buffs. Maybe we could get... I don't want to be a buff machine though. Like all those buffs earlier was kind of... It was a bit trying. Nature's Grasp could be a cool one, because we're increasing the damage of it. While active, an enemy strikes the caster, they have a 100% chance to become afflicted by entangling roots. And then I went here, and in Brambles, the damage from thorns and entangling roots is increased. And then it talks about treants, but I don't think I got treants. At level 50 I can get treants. I don't think I'll get treants, but Nature's Grasp could be a good one. And that keeps people from running away. And I'm increasing the damage of it already. Thug Life, let's do it. So Nature's Grasp. Maybe we'll put that on that. And it's important to note that you can reset talents and abilities, but the more you do it, the more expensive it is. I reset my abilities enough to where it's costing 20 gold per reset, just about. That's kind of a steep price there. Yes, sir. Oh, Car Spray's Jack Wheel said UFO and zipped his mouth shut. And Car Spray Jack Wheel says, I am a god at Roblox. Okay. We need to... Aspect of the Viper we said was pretty cool for getting mana back. We don't really have any other way than dodge, block, and parry to get our mana back currently, so let's do that. Oh, also, come to think of it, we said that we were going to get Travel Form, the cheetah, and our self-heal. Resto Shaman has a pretty decent healing wave, or lesser healing wave, that I dig. I dig this. Earth Living Weapon, what? Let's get lesser healing wave. I like that on-demand self-heal. Got this right here. So travel form will be this one. Aspect of the Viper is we can put that on the shift here. So our mana regen should be pretty quick now. Your melee and ranged attacks have a percentage based on your mana. Okay, your melee and ranged attacks regenerate a percentage of your base mana, but your total damage and healing done is reduced by 50%. In addition, you gain 4% of your mana every 5 seconds. Okay, so aspect of the Viper. Make sure we don't leave that shit on, so we're not nerfing our damage. Prot, lesser healing wave. We have Revenge and Shield Block already. We need something that is filler. We need a filler move. A useful filler move. You know what we could do? We could pick up Sinister Strike. And then go into a combo point finisher. Like Expose Armor? Or Eviscerate? Or Slice and Dice? Subtlety. Vanish, Sap, Stealth. Consecration. I don't want to do anything half-assed though. Judge and Seal Light? I'm thinking Judge and Seal Light. I'm so comfortable with those moves though. Maybe I should switch it up and pick up something else. Cone of Cold every 10 seconds. Attack power. Hacks me hard please says grab Seal Light and Judgment. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking grab Seal Light and Judgment. Carspy Jackwheel said I have to play Roblox. You're gonna go play Roblox, Carspy? Judgment of stun. I think I'll do that. I think I will grab Seal Light and Judge. I don't really know any way around it. I dig it too much. I could get the Cleavy one, but no, Seal Light's better. Okay, so Judgment's kind of spammable, but it's not up all the time. Seal Light.
I supply only the finest goods.
Jackwheel said, bye. See you later, Jackwheel. Dobro said, scorch plus combustion. Scorch plus combustion. Let me see why you would suggest that. Scorch. Scorch an enemy. 1.5 second cast. Combustion. I can't get combustion until level 40. And I can't really cast Scorch in melee without taking a whole lot of damage because I can't dodge block or parry while I'm scorching. So I don't really know if that would work good for the build I'm making right now. I'm more of a stand there and take damage to the face while dealing it back to them kind of spec guy right now. I'm a tank. Like a spiky tank.
This is Car Spry Jackwheel's real voice.
Not your fake voice? Nader said, morning dude, sorry I've been missing your streams, I've been working. Oh, no problem, man. It's good to see you again. RT Shock says, if you pick up Judgment, you should pick a talent for Judgment of the Wise. Yeah, RT Shock, but I can't get that until level 40, I think. Yeah, Judgment of the Wise is at level 40, so I have to wait for a little bit. That's kind of why I'm going with Aspect of the Viper, because that'll suffice until I can get Judgment of the Wise. I want to try to level as much as possible so I can respec a few times, but I'm kind of stuck right now finishing out this. I need something that spams. I'm thinking I'm going to pick up Sinister Strike. I kind of miss it. It was such a reliable spammable. And then I'm going to also pick up, to help the rage regen, Slice and Dice would be pretty fun, I think. I'm afraid that might be too many moves, but I think we'll be able to make it work. Slice and Dice. Do it. Thug life. Alright. Slice and Dice will be a there. And Aspect of the Viper, Thunderclap, Slice and Dice. Sinister Strike will be there. Alright, I think we got all of the stuff we can spin. Yep. Alright, let's train up and go out and see how this works. And buff up. So we got Soul Link, Lightning Shield, Blessing of Sanctuary, Seal of Light. So now we don't have as much buff bloat as we did. We got Instant Cast Travel Form. I thought it was 30%, but it looks like they tweaked it to where it's now a 40% movement speed. And it's Instant Cast, so that's pretty sweet. And we can go to Aspect of the Viper while we're in Cheetah form to keep the mana going while we're traveling. We just got to remember to toggle off Aspect of the Viper when we're in combat. I think I could set up a power aura for that. New. Something that looks like a viper, I guess. Maybe. I don't know if there's anything that's like a snake or viper eyeball thing. Maybe that? Make it blue like Aspect of the Viper? Oh, okay. So that doesn't like it very much whenever I... Aspect of the Viper? didn't like whenever I changed the color. It's blue, but it's not very easy to see. It's like a lot harder to see like that. Oh, I think it's blending with red. We'll do that. It's kind of hard to see. Animation bubble? Pulse? Yeah. That'll tell us the aspect of the Viper's on.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, son?
What is it doing in Discord and it said hello to the chat.
Oh, okay. So you're in Discord just to say hello?
Yeah, I'm in Discord to be talking.
Yeah, snake attack. That's perfect. Okay. So we want it to show us whenever it is active, only whenever we're in combat. So when we're in combat and it's active, it should tell us that little sound.
My level started. I'm innocent.
You're innocent? Okay. So Rebel camp strangle. Let's go to Booty Bay. That Booty Bay. Gaster5260 says hi. Gaster5260 says please one sub me comment for one intro. Gaster5260 says give tros. Oh, Dobro said try Shield Slam. I don't have Shield Slam. I can't get it either. It's much later. I think level 50 I want to say. No, level 40. So in 2 levels I can get Shield Slam. And yeah, that's a really good ability. I would definitely pick that up. Especially since my block value is pretty decent, 105. I can strength stack actually and make that much bigger than it is right now. If I go full strength, that 105 gets converted to 176. So then shield blocking would hit for plus that amount. Pretty legit. Good idea. I think currently I'm going to stay full stamina right now, because my block percentage is still going to be just as high. We got that red aura on. We can keep that on. Defensive stance. Our stances are a little higher. Oh, right, because pet bar. Let's see what this spec's about now. I think this is a pretty decent spec. I think we're gonna give this a good run for its money here in the Mashogu Ogre Mound. What's that, sir?
I found a Mage.
One more time. What did you say?
I found a Mage.
You found a what?
A Doge.
A Doge?
Yeah.
Such Doge. Much wow. You let me know if you get hungry, sir. I'll make breakfast. That torrential rain, though. Yeah, you're right, man. I even have weather intensity turned down. Imagine how much it'd be if I had that turned up more.
I found murderer.
A murderer?
Yes.
Where? Oh, you're playing Roblox.
I see.
We can't see what you see, so if you're gonna tell us what's going on, you gotta explain it.
I survived.
Survived what?
The murderer.
Ooh.
The murderer and the sheriff survived. So yeah. Oh, and also, guess who? The murderer was right beside me the whole time. I didn't want to kill him.
Dobro58 said also try the Protection Paladin Shield Slam version. Yeah, that also is another one that I have to wait until level 40 to get. You're talking about Holy Shield, right? Yeah, I really dig the Holy Shield spell as well. But yeah, that's level 40. Doubling those up would be really nasty. Alright, that. Sharing that. This is supposed to only show me whenever we're in combat. So sets how the status effect aura is shown. Oh, in combat. So now it's only going to show me when I have aspect of the Viper when I'm in combat. And we're currently headed to the Mosh Og Ogre Mound to test our spec out. Mobile Gamer says, wait, is it even possible for an Alliance player to do Ragefire? Yeah, you gotta graveyard hop a bit if you can't just run through the city to get there. But yeah, totally possible. You just revive in the dungeon. Hey, look, here we get to try our first guy out. So, snake's on, turn it off. Get a Sinister Strike. Put the lightning on. That's gonna take some getting used to. Yeah, our rotation's way different now, but that's good. It's all good. I do want to move this button off. I think that's okay. Imp should be phased this whole time. There we go. Let's go see what that Ogre Mound has to offer.
I friend you a YouTuber, which is one of I'm a fan of it, and my friend is it. It's Dennis Daily.
Dennis Daily, huh?
Yeah.
Nice. RT Shock says it is possible, but you have to go there manually. Yeah, that's true. You can't random dungeon finder teleport. You can get a random dungeon finder group. It'll get your group together for you, but y'all will have to actually run to the stone to summon to each other. The stones do summon, so if a couple you can get to the meeting stone, then you can summon the rest of the party. I think we're gonna get rid of nearby. I like the sound it gives, but I don't really like how. Or maybe we'll get rid of punks. Let's tell Carbonite not to worry about punks. Quest sounds, social and punks. There we go. It wasn't called what I thought it was. Alright, is this the Meshogun? No, it's not. We need to go further up north. No, actually, this is it. Gurabashi Arena. Yeah, it's just straight over this hill then. Let's go around. Before I do this, I'm going to take a quick bio break. And then we'll get into this. Be right back. Alrighty folks, we're going to shut the stream down a little bit earlier today. I got to cook breakfast for my son. He got hungry. I might stream later today. It is Friday. Usually on the weekends I'll stream at weird hours. If I do, normally whenever the wife and kids are at home though, I don't tend to stream a whole lot because I'm doing things for the family at a moment's notice. But yeah, I appreciate you guys coming to hang out today, and whenever we get back over to stream snipes, right? Whenever we get back next Monday, we'll be back on a normal schedule from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. around that area. So I appreciate you guys hanging out. We'll see y'all later. Yeah, mobile gamer family, man. Gotta do it. Alright, y'all take it easy. See you around, Nader. It was good to see you again.